It's been a while. In the top left of Maganatha, we do have Byun. In the bottom right, we do have Cure. One playing for the Shopify Rebellion, one playing for Team Liquid. I've heard this Shopify Rebellion is already thinking about... well, thinking about transitioning away from StarCraft. And I just hope it's not gonna happen. I hope Dario can do a good job in keeping the team alive. He was sending out an early SCV, yeah? This could be a one proxy barracks. And that's gonna be it. Wow, allergies are flying today. We had like the hottest day yet. Yesterday with like 30 degrees Celsius. Today is gonna be like a rainy day, so it's the perfect day for allergies. It's just terrible. I hope it stops soon. I usually don't have that many days a year, like 5 days, maybe 10 days. It's weird that it's always casting days for me. Now Byun is gonna go ahead and take a Reaper Expand here to himself. He does get a scout, he sees the double gas, he sees only one barracks, and he sees something's fishy. There's no factory. So, well, he should know that this is a proxy barracks somewhere. He's gonna not go into a second Reaper, he's gonna go into a faster factory to try and get out a Hellion. Will he find this barracks? I think... oh my god, he just... no way! No way! It's literally here. This is it, like one peak more, and he would have seen this. So he's actually anticipating the wrong direction, and he will pay with an SCV and a bad positioning for this. Now, can he get one Reaper sniped? Yes, he does indeed. And can he get his own Reaper just away? If it stays alive, it's gonna be 1 for nothing. And that's gonna be a great opening here for Byun. I think he lost an SCV though, but in the end, he does keep himself alive here. He loses another SCV. He needs to get off that command center, and that's almost finished. That's such a pain in the arse. He does touch the command center, finishes up. But he needed to take that serious, of course. 3 Reapers coming across. I think he wanted to throw the grenade. A little bit of miss-micro there by Byun. He still keeps the Reaper alive, though. Maybe that grenade was actually to prevent a jump up there from the Reapers, from Cure. But Byun stays alive, and the barracks is gonna float home. Cure's pressure is gonna end here. He does keep 4 Reapers alive for himself. He did lose 1 of the Reapers, so the early snowball was already stopped in its tracks very easily there. And he's trying to commit now in, but he will lose just a couple Reapers here. Did he even kill anything? Maybe he killed a Marine. I'm not sure. Nah, he just lost Reapers. He didn't kill anything. Definitely a mistake there by Cure. He's gonna pay with his map control. And Cyclone Medivac is gonna be the follow-up here. Now the base is already done for Byun, so Byun definitely in a little bit of a lead here. The Reaper needs to stand a tiny bit closer, there we go. So you can collapse these cooling towers, by the way. They're gonna throw themselves on top of the Zelnaga tower, and then you can just take this base after you kill the rocks that will spawn here. I think they spawn like this, so if you want to block them, you need to place a structure around here, so you can only utilize things like barracks, gateways, or well, evolution chambers for the Zerg, I guess. That's gonna be a little bit difficult. Oh, they're gonna scout each other's medivacs. Who's gonna drop first? It's gonna be Byun, but this is only Marines, and the Cyclone's definitely gonna prove itself to be a little bit too strong here. Reaper is gonna bounce these Marines, man. This was a good engage here for Cure. He's even gonna kill the medivac potentially. What is this bush? Byun is going for that Raven interference matrix setup already. There's a reactor follow-up immediately here for Cure, so he's completely skimping on Ravens. Not gonna even go into a single one. This could be a fatal mistake. We'll have to wait and see how the mid-game plays out, but this can lead to a killing blow from Byun. Oh, he's gonna get damage on the medevac, but not enough. 2 Marines are not gonna be enough here on the dropout to try and get that one killed. This water needs some needs some things. Like fish or whatever. Command center. Number 3 here for Byun. Of course the same for Cure. Pretty even so far. But we see the lead is gonna be in different areas. There's no engineering base yet here for Cure, so the double upgrade is gonna be going for Byun in a moment. And well, when he gets that up, he's gonna be up quite a bit. Cure does try to go for a doom drop now. Okay, so he says like, alright, you get up the better economy and tech, but I get up better army, and I'm gonna be in your face with that army, because you'll have to stop it on top of your production. Can you make that happen? The issue though is, I mean, Byun does have 3 Ravens, and they're pretty stacked on energy. He has 3 interference matrix, even some auto turrets in assistance, so 3 tanks are not gonna, or like 2 tanks are not gonna be an issue. You could even eyeball the 3 medevacs. He does throw up a turret. He's still in the base. He's scanning a wrong location. Cure is actually scanning the wrong location. Oh, Byun just moved out of his base. No, he moved out of the base. He's out of position. But he does get a turret up. The turret is not going to be enough though. 1 turret is not going to kill 3 medevacs. Cure's just waiting with this. I mean, this is not going to get any better for him unless he gets Byun really out of position, and that seems to be what is happening here right now. Immediately pulled SCVs, try and stay safe. We do have Stim, but SCVs are going to be pulled into the action. I don't think that's the right move here, Byun. You need to throw down the interference matrix first. He's going to go so, and even interference matrix these medevacs, so he's going to completely wreck this army in the end here. No healing support, no AoE support, means just a few Marines. And he does not kill the medevacs though, unfortunately. He didn't have enough here to follow this up. He's gonna throw down a couple auto turrets. Maybe he can get them actually. Oh, he does snipe them. A little bit sloppy there by Cure, was parking them on top of those auto turrets. But he can attack this 3rd base. He can maybe get a kill even on the base. If he gets a lock on if he gets enough damage on this base, and Byun is not gonna be able to get in position fast enough here. He's gonna lose the base indeed, and this triple drop in the end pulled Byun apart just enough here that this might be already game here. I'm gonna still have to wait and see what's gonna follow up from all of this, but I mean, Byun, he is building another command center. He still feels solid enough in his position inside this game. He's gonna be able to potentially break this army here. Gonna throw down another interference missile. No, he's gonna go for a couple auto turrets. Unfortunately, he does not get these 4 medevacs. It would have been the snipe of the century. If he could have gotten all of these as well, then he would have been most certainly back in the game. But as of his, Cure does have his 3rd up and running. He's going into upgrades, I hope, for him. Yeah, he's going into upgrades. And the one for Byun is just in the making right now. He's down in the CVs. He cannot keep up the upgrade production, so he's gonna be behind in upgrades. He did lose the armory, which was of course been made inside the main base, where the drop did come in, so that got cancelled. And Cure's looking solid. If Cure throws down a 4th command center now, I wouldn't mind it at all. I wouldn't mind it at all. He only has 700 minerals right now in the bank, so yeah. Definitely mismacroing here a little bit. Where is it? There it is. Alright. It's gonna finally do so. Byun is gonna play catch up. He is still in very close supply, but having no 4th base on the way, I mean, he has kind of the same income right now. Having no 4th base on the way is the big difference here. And Byun is probably gonna have to play this with a lifted main base. Try to get up the 4th. He does have the couple ravens. He's gonna come in. He does get 2 interference magics going. 1 tank is still alive and shooting, and that's an issue. But we have 3 tanks here for Byun inching in, trying to get a good siege position, but he does not get in position of those tanks actually. Vikings are gonna push out the medevacs, try to drop here. And Byun is just rallying across the map. Engage. About to happen here. Q is trying to push away Byun. Q will have the double upgrade lead in a little bit, and that's gonna be for quite a while. Byun needs to realize that that's gonna happen soon. And he cannot overcommit. Oh, he's gonna go in. If the Vikings would have targeted it a little bit better, could have gotten, oh my god, even all of the medevacs. Oh boy, he gets all of the medevacs, and that's the last high ground vision. Now he needs to scan. Yeah, I think even now the weapons are gonna finish up here. There's a big army at Byun's doorstep. No, this is over. You can't tell me this is gonna happen here. And upgrade lead, boom, just like this. It's gonna finish up here. 2 Marines against 1 Marines with unsieged tanks. That's not how they're gonna win a fight here as Byun. Byun is gonna get completely wrecked on the defense. He loses 22 more of the SCVs here. He's gonna try to siege up in his base, but I feel like the writing's on the wall. He does lose the tank as well. He does lose the few Marines he has. He's gonna lose all of his SCVs. He still has that big of an army, but he's just not moving it, and they're just gonna call GG here. Whew! Cure, man. Completely outplaying Byun. A big performer tonight. Looking solid as a cucumber. What a game. Alright, let's head into the second map here, Persephone. A mirror map, gold base, speed zones on the right, and well, on the left, rather standard map, but there's a lot of open space, it feels like, on this map. Best of 5, and this guy is down 1-0 in the bottom left. It is Byun in the top left. We do have Cure. 1 point on the board, sending out an early SCV. And where's he gonna go? Somewhere around... I wonder what this is. A healing zone? Sending him out a second SCV. This map is very far. See, the earliest SCV is not going to be in time for a very close proxy here. So, oh man, he's just like, alright, in your face. In your face, bro. I have no time to waste tonight. While, actually, in Korea it is right now. It's about to be noon. Maybe people are getting hungry, I'm not sure. Double racks again, this time proxied. It'll be again the Reaper variant, it seems like. We have seen extremely rare occasions where there would be Marauders, but that is something that happens at home Series Cups or when Gabe is playing. He's the master. He's the true master of builds. TVT. Now the SCVs are both gonna fall back, so he's not gonna go for a... Excuse me. He's not gonna go for a super frontal attack here. Try and extreme snowball this. He could have done so, to be honest. I feel like there's an opportunity, right? You wait for 3 Reapers, you go with 3 Reapers to SCVs. Hey, you get a lot of buffering. Byun's gonna scout around a little bit. He's gonna glimpse that barracks maybe on the path back? No. So he literally does not see this. He's like 2 hacks away. And he's already under attack. He loses everything on the low ground. He's gonna bring a bunch of SCVs. He's gonna almost kill a... Oh, if he loses that Reaper, man. Ah! Byun is dead, it seems. GG! Cure takes the second map, just like that. If you lose that Reaper... If you lose that Reaper, the snowball cannot be stopped. And just like that, we're up 2-0 already here for Cure. Is he gonna do the same again? How many barracks is he gonna proxy this time? Tokamak. Both players are ready. Ready. Everybody's ready. GG. GLHF. Let's go. So let's see this map. Apparently some destructible rocks. Oh, it's this one where you can probably... I think you can kill some of the minerals from those gold bases with rocks. That's kind of funny. But that's gonna be a possibility. Now, we are sitting though at a... Oops, completely wrong score here. There we are, at a 2-0 already for Cure in the bottom left here. And we'll have a quick look though at this map feature, because Cure is already moving out with double SCV again. Now these are a half mineral, half gold base. Oh, I think you only destroy the blue rocks, because they are inside these patterns. If you collapse these turrets, you can destroy the blue part of the space, I think. It's kind of a interesting new addition, where you will destroy actual minerals from the map. That means if these get taken out, was it 1500 times 4, right? So, not that it's gonna matter here, but yeah, you could destroy like a lot of plain minerals just from the game, from the map itself. Double barracks. 1 gas. Again, the sniper roll ball. The Reaper snowball. Double gas. 1 barracks. Early factory. Safer build should be able to prevail against the double Reaper. Byun is done with this. He's making an extra Reaper. What is this? Oh, it's this weird glowy guy. Okay. Oh, he does find the Reapers. Can he get away? Can he get away? he gets up, he's in safety. He's not in safety, but he's alive still. He starts the regen, he has SCVs chasing this. This loses the first SCV, he's gonna lose more SCVs here. Already quite nice, 3 SCVs being killed here, that's already the lead that Byun had. Already kind of going there to cure in the worker department, so the only lead that Byun has right now is still the factory, which is already done, and the command center, which is going to be a little bit earlier. It's still not bad for Byun, to be honest. This is not enough damage yet. Still making more Reapers. Probably gonna see a Cyclone come follow this up. There's gonna be 6 Reapers here soon. No sign of a natural base. Starting to pick up a little bit of money, but he just keeps on making Reapers. He does have 500 minerals right now. He's gonna throw down Hellion and then he's gonna get up his base. But I feel like he's just like Cure is kind of giving this away. Byun is sitting on the high ground. He does have the second about to finish up here. And he does have already the factory, and the factory is ultimately gonna stop this as many Reapers as you want, because eventually you're gonna get a tank, and then if you cannot ever get close to the tank, your Reapers are just gonna get culled down like chaff, you know. He's gonna go ahead and scout with the barracks. He wants to see if he can find an opening with these mass Reapers, but it's just like, what, 6 or 7 Reapers or something. He's gonna try to get a hit on those Marines. Byun needs to be a little bit careful. He cannot really move down the ramp, but whenever he gets the first tank, he's just gonna get free kills. Oh yeah, there we go. Bim bum 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 bim bum bum bum. Now it's noon in Asia. There you go. Okay, so this Reaper ball, it was quite difficult to engage for Byun for kind of a good while there. But in the end, like, everything kind of evens out here. The worker count is pretty similar. We do have another command center on the way though for both players. Alright, let's go, man. Now the only thing that's not even is the army count, and that's in favor of Byun, and it is mostly valuable units. If we take a look at the actual units out on the map right now, we see 7 Reapers, it's a Cyclone against 1 Reaper and 2 Cyclones, 1 Hellion against 2 Hellions, a Medevac for Byun, a Raven for both players, a tank for both players, and 9 Marines. So I would argue 11 of that supply for Byun is way more valuable than the one from Cure, but you need to be careful in those small scale engages. These Reapers are actually going to be quite terrifying to deal with. I mean, once I have to run into siege fire, Reapers are just never gonna cut it. Engineering base here, all on the way. None for Byun yet. It's to get that up as well. There we go. Both players very even here in this game yet. I wonder if they realize it like this. If Byun sees this and looks at the situation, says, yeah, I'm pretty even. And if Kyo says this as well, right? If he looks at this, says, I mean, I don't need to do anything here right now. I'm just gonna macro this out. Because, well, we're quite even. Or maybe both players just feel in the deficit right now and say, alright, we need to be a little bit defensive. And that's what we're seeing here now, currently. Extra barracks being added here by both players. A tiny bit of a tempo advantage here, I want to say, for Cure. Is already adding those. Bring them halfway done. But this is nothing to really write home about. Both players are looking very solid here. They're like tiny leads for Cure in the infrastructure and in the upgrades, but that's been made up by the better army from Byun. So no big deal there. Byun's gonna find this very potent SCV killer army. If you have this, actually, I mean, I don't hate having a group like this if you can keep it into the late game. Sometimes you can just swing in and kill a full worker line just like that. But if you lose those guys, I don't like it anymore. Ooh, that was a little bit too close there. This only eat one hit though, so one hit. Didn't say the other word. One shot, one hit. You never combine those two. Armory, quite nice timing here. Maybe a tiny bit too late for Kyo actually. And Byun's could be perfect. Maybe he's gonna be able to catch up in those upgrades. Because of this mistake here from Kyo. Look at this. It's about to finish up in 5 seconds, 3 seconds, but the armory still needs 20 seconds. So, yeah, I mean, the upgrade lead wasn't even there to begin with, to be honest. And this backstab is coming in here. It's gonna try to snowball against these cyclones, but man, what a tough engage group here. The Mass Reaper. They're just so swift. Byun is setting up a good siege line here though, and I don't think you want to break this. I don't think you even want to attempt to break this. Alright, let's find these isolated units. Gonna snipe that Cyclone first, and it's gonna go for the Hellion later. And as a matter of fact, both players are quite similar now in their upgrade timing. Maybe there's like a 3-second lead or something like this. +1 though on the way for Kyo, not for Byun. Don't see a 4th base yet for either player, even though there's the money for it, if they want to do it. And Byun is gonna go ahead and take that 4th already on location, a little bit out there, a little bit crazy, a little bit exposed. Now Raven Energy is stacked here for both parties. We're gonna see a lot of interference matrix if it comes to a fight. And if you can get a snipe on those Ravens, it's gonna definitely be worth like 6 Marines, or maybe even a few more. Now, Kyo is also expanding into the same corner of the map here, and is doing a expansion on the low ground, sorry, on location. Oh, tanks are ready, interference matrices being thrown down. One tank is still shooting for both parties here, and Kyo is actually having the better engage. Where's Byun's army? Most of his Marines are now finally joining the fray, but only after he loses 5 tanks. And 1 Raven even. Byun is just looking like the inferior player here. What's happened? Kyo just outproduced him with that earlier infrastructure, it seems like, and he had the better engage. Now he's gonna have way more units. 73 supply against 107 in army. Raven's gonna get sniped here potentially as well. Anti-armor missile, interesting choice. It's gonna make this fight a little bit difficult, and he's gonna pull the SCVs. I think this is the last hurrah from Byun. Oh my god, he didn't pull the SCVs back. Oh no! Byun loses 29 SCVs just like that. Let's finally get the engage. 2-2 is not going to finish up for either player in this fight, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't need to, because Q already won the game. How is he so good? Finally a couple of Liberators join in, but that's not gonna make the big difference here. They can't even kill the Marines, so they're just gonna poof. And Q is gonna take the series 3-0. Whoa, what a series. What a swift TVT. And well, thank you so much for the players playing. Thank you everybody for watching.